Thanks, Flurdy, for showing us how to make that drink. And again, if you guys have any suggestions on how to name that drink, we're open to that. This is an interactive show. It is meant for the stay-at-home gay. For the people that don't have a friend, I'm very lucky to have a friend. You're very funny.
Mm-hmm. You're very funny.
Well, yeah. And not everybody has the pleasure of having a friend. So, this show is designed for 2.5 drinks for you to just laugh. It's a little bit long.
And I've gone through 2 drinks. I'm on my other...
And I think you showed how to make that drink really well. It was really good.
I tried. I had a few slip-ups here and there, but it wasn't my fault. It was the peach. It's a slippery little peach.
It's a slippery peach. Let's go back to a topic that we were discussing before we broke away, and that was George Allen Rekers. What this man is there's a little bit of a controversy because he's a Christian minister that is an expert witness whenever they're like trying to take away, children from gay parents, or whenever anyone talks about the gay lifestyle and what is negative about it. He is someone that will
look at that picture that Mary did.
Yeah. So let me just tell you first. That
was so retarded.
He looks like, what do you call those raper shoes? Those leather loafers?
Yeah, I call those pedophile pumps.
He wears pedophile pumps
with the little what's it called?
Tassels.
Tassels.
Yeah.
Oh my god. She's got nipple rings on and shit. What a mess.
It is. And it's
got a freak basement underneath his house.
It is a mess.
Dungeon.
He kind of looks like Hitler-esque, don't he? But anyways, listen.
Well, he has no lips. Which tells me that you're a son of a bitch.
And you can't suck cock good. It hurts.
Well, they look like veneers. You could probably just...
It's like putting your dick through an envelope thing, like a slot. Have you ever seen those?
Well, usually when I put my dick through things...
No, I know. And I know you have a big one because you peed next to me in a urinal once, and you told me, step back, I gotta shake this
And I said, listen, ladies, meaning boys.
Yeah.
Don't fall in love. It takes 2 hands. It's a 2-hand pumper.
It takes 2 hands. So listen.
Like an elephant trunk.
He is a big hypocrite.
Speaking of elephants,
this is the thing, though. He's a hypocrite because he's very anti-gay, and it turns out that he's gay. He rented a callboy, and the callboy, he gave an excuse. The excuse for renting the callboy was that he needed help with his luggage. So.
Oh, really? Because their hips are broke? Bitch, you're old, but you're not that old, okay? Whatever. And tell me he's got webbed feet.
Next thing you know, he got like $87,000 from the state of Florida. This guy, Bill McCollum, is running for governor in Florida, which is already a show in itself. We're going to talk about that because that's a hot mess, that whole state.
I've been saying it for over a year. I've been telling everybody in the world that listens to me.
Don't go to Florida.
Don't go to Florida.
No, it's a hot mess.
You might be able to vacation in the Keys or Miami.
Well, there normal people are, but you're not going to go where the crazy people are.
Like Fort Lauderdale or Orlando.
I know where the Christians are. I know.
Isn't that where Disney is?
I don't know.
It's like 6 million kids. It's a pedophile's heaven.
Tassel heaven. But anyways, my point was about, I forgot my point. My point is that, what was I talking about just before that?
Leave It to Beaver.
Yes. Leave It to Beaver was a good show that had family values that was actually authentic. This guy is
but the values looked like the older son was fucking the mom.
Well, the oldest son was hot.
He was hot. I did too. I had a crush on him. And that little Beeve looks like his poor dad took him to the special room.
He did. Oh, you know what I was going to talk about? In this drink tonight, which is our theme drink, which is the Betty White drink, it has the peach vodka, and it also has the very vanilla. This guy here, apparently, when he would send emails for his hookers, he would tell them that he would like a very vanilla sexual experience, meaning no anal, no oral. Like, he just wanted you to rub up on him, and he would pay money for that. He gave up his whole career for another man to rub up on him. How twisted is that?
I don't know, like a
Hethelem could rub up on you
like
for
a lay down hug
like,
when you're like in 6th grade and you would dry hump.
Listen,
is that what you're talking about?
He's a hot mess. Only thing I
over this guy.
Yeah, turn him. We're gonna go on to the next subject, which is Betty White. Betty White is gonna be on Saturday Night Live, and Mary, I'm wondering if you can have a picture of Betty White. She's on Saturday Night Live this week. It should be hilarious. We have a Betty White party planned, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd like to maybe start the party like an hour before.
Yeah.
Get a few drinks in us. We're feeling fun. We also have a nice Ocho de Mayo party to go to tomorrow, so we should be feeling okay.
Yeah.
And then watch our Betty White.
Wait, say it again because you kind of slurred your words. Like Scott Peterson said. We slurred at the end here. It was an Ocho what meeting?
Ocho.
Was it not a meeting?
No.
We're not going to a meeting. We're going to go to a party. It's a party. And I already RSVP'd that I'm going to go with.
Ocho.
Did I say I was going to go?
De Mayo.
Yeah.
You're the leader of it.
Oh, yeah.
You started the whole revelation. We're all going now because of you.
Okay, yeah. I hope we have fun. It sounds like a brand new experience. Hey, the other thing I want to thank is...
Everything's always brand new with you.
I know it is.
That's so good about you every day.
We talked about our one sponsor, which is the lube. And which, incidentally, can I just tell you something to just share with you, just privately?
Oh, please.
Is that the first time I ever had sex, my first boyfriend, Father Flaming Hands, he didn't use lube. Did you know that?
Would he use holy water?
No. He was a father, and he said, if it ain't spit, it ain't love. Yeah. Oh. So I took it kind of like that. But listen, he would use, he had really bad arthritis, so it was like water with whatever Bengay. What is that, like a medical ointment?
Yeah.
True story. Let me tell you this. I think I was like 12 years old before I realized that the Holy Communion, are you familiar with that? Like
yeah,
you go up. Yeah. And so what you would do is he always like made me rub ointment on his hands. So he'd have that Bengay on his hands. So when he hands you the holy wafer, it would taste like Bengay, like a menthol
was
flavor.
he poisoning you?
No. And so I think I was like 12 years old when I went to another church and I met this really hot priest. I had this thing I was going through it, you know. That was
we all do.
It was my priest.
You're in
phase.
church all their lives.
Well, they have good credit and good cars. So the big sedans.
Oh, yeah, with the TV in the back.
Oh, yeah. So now you know.
Oh, yeah.
So listen, so I would go there, and then I realized, not all priests have arthritis. The world's my oyster.
Oh. So the priest would pump it.
Yeah.
And you have to hear crickety.
No crickety.
And it's like Bengay.
And I wish I knew about ID Lube, because I would have used that, the lube for your tube.
Oh, my gosh. We love that. If you're hung low, it's good for the bunghole.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? Listen, though. And he was, too. And he made me leave stains on his white sheets. And you know what? Listen to the sheets. True story. The stain that we left looked like the face of Jesus. And he told me it was okay.
Oh, well, Sister Mary. Well, if Jesus isn't to come, then I say...
Well, if he's on toast bread, he could be on a sheet.
He's on everything. He's on walls. He's everywhere you go.
This guy right here, not Betty White, but this guy, George Rekers, certainly loved Jesus.
Oh.
He loved to trick people into thinking that Jesus hated gay people. Unlike Betty White.
Betty White,
let me tell you why I thought that she was very apropos for this show, is that because Betty White has this skill, and it's a skill of being able to turn comedy. She does mean, hateful things, but it's funny. And when you do it, it's able to educate you and to think that there's a higher plane of thinking. Do you agree?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
And her love of animals is just, I just love it. And I'm going to go on the record as saying...
Whoa, you almost lost the record.
Betty White is the bomb.
I never really looked at these words on here.
Yeah, this is
I want to be free. Fist City.
Wait, what's the name of that song?
Fist City. Ain't it funny?
Wait, listen. Have you ever been fisted?
Your squaw is on the warpath. You Indian casino motherfucker. Your squaw is on the warpath.
I had an Indian friend one time, and she told me something very nice. I'll tell you about it in another show.
You know what? Yeah, that's really sweet, but I don't care about the Indians.
I know. Anyways.
I'm kidding. Of course I'm kidding. But you know what I'm not kidding about?
Loretta
This
Lynn.
one right here. I want to be free. I'm not kidding about that. On the record, I want to be free. Yes. I do enjoy that record. Thank you, Loretta.
Well, your mom likes Loretta Lynn.
Oh, sure she does.
So listen, this week we hope that we shared with you two things. One, that if you're alone and you're gay, don't go out to a bar and meet friends. Don't be home alone. Don't be depressed. We know that the straight world is crazy world. Straight people do two things that I notice. They do. They have this really weird trait to throw everybody under the bus. You ever notice that? They love to needlessly throw them under the bus. We as gay people should never do that. Throw people under the bus. And the second thing we should do is, that's a message to Mary. The second thing I don't think that we should do is attack another gay in public. I don't think that that's appropriate. Do you?
No, we need to sit together. Yeah,
and the other thing is, I'm going to add a third thing, is that if you feel lonely and you feel sad, watch our show. Yeah. And watch Saturday Night Live, because as we know, it's good to be gay.
Yes, it's good. It's good to be gay. I love it.
Thank you.